Hey, what's up guys, me myself and Daquan. Today we are back with Death Battle. Magneto versus Tetsuo. I already know that I'm pronouncing that correctly. And yeah, I already know I am. That sounds trash. Like, I'm not good at pronouncing names. I'm not. Marvel versus AKIRA. Hopefully I'm not saying that incorrectly. I'm pretty sure I am. So, forgive me, y'all, please. But yeah, we watching this death battle. I'm Team Magneto. He's kind of underrated, if that makes sense. He really is, cause people think that he can only control metal. He can control more than just metal. He's a problem. He can literally be the next big bad. In terms of like the Avengers movies, he can be the next big bad. Like, if they really wanted to make him the next big bad, they can. Because he doesn't have to be just an X-Men villain. Like, he can be the ultimate villain, the big bad of phase. I mean, in general, like next big bad after Thanos, And the other character, I have no idea who he is. I have no idea. So this is gonna be Team Magneto. I'm very confident about picking Team Magneto. Very confident, even though I love Marvel. Yeah, even if Magneto wasn't Marvel, even if he wasn't, I still would have picked him, cause he even looked like he a problem. Like, duh. But yeah, you guys let me know down in the comments down below who team you guys are on. I have no idea who this other guy is, so he probably maybe more powerful than Magneto. He probably get collapsed. I doubt it, but let's see. But yeah, let me know down in the comments down below. What you guys think, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's begin.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh and Bespoke Post.
Ooh, I can't wait. Death Battle.
Magneto, Marvel's mutant master of magnetism.
Tetsuo, AKIRA's telekinetic terror of Neo-Tokyo.
These
I said it incorrectly.
telekinesis have ignited revolution
Sorry.
not just in their world, but also the very mediums they exist within.
He's Wiz and
Okay, so I definitely heard of that show, I think. Is there a show? I think I heard of it.
Find out who would win a death battle.
Team Magneto.
In the short duration of modern civilization, likely no conflict tested humanity more than the Second World War. In the primary Marvel 616 universe, this fact is no different, especially to
Yeah, that's from the
Eisenhart
first
family
X-Men
and
movie,
their
I remember.
only son.
You may know
Well, I
him
think
as
so.
Magnus,
Well, first class.
Eric, or Max, but if you ask him, he'd say his true name is Magneto.
As a Jewish child in Nazi Germany,
Yeah, I think it's first class,
Magneto's
I
early
think.
life was, well, extremely traumatic.
Even
Omega
after
left
eventually
you,
escaping certain death with his future wife, misfortune always followed wherever he went.
Thanks to his unexpected mutation called the X gene, the mark of a superhuman. After settling down in Russia with his new family, the KGB quickly found out about this quirk, so they burned his house down with his own daughter inside.
Naturally,
Ooh.
he snapped and killed them all. I don't blame him. I'd do that too.
Yeah.
Too bad his wife didn't get it and ditched him, though. But that's when Magneto made a choice. Since humans hurt him his entire life, he'd do the same to them in the name of
I wonder who's gonna
mutants
play the new
everywhere.
Magneto,
At
I
first,
wonder.
Magneto turned to the telepathic powerhouse Charles Xavier and his fledgling team of heroes. But his new friend wasn't thrilled with the idea of, subjugating the human race. So, Magneto formed his own team of mutants, the Brotherhood.
Magneto can telekinetically move, bend, and reshape any metal he's aware of. Bullets, vehicles, buildings, you name it. Even himself when he manipulates his personal magnetic field for flight and energy barriers.
Magnetokinesis is far more versatile than it would appear at first glance. The blood in your body has iron in it. The air has traces of lead and mercury. Whole mountains are lined with metallic ore. The Earth itself is surrounded by a literal magnetic field.
So many toys for
He's a
Maggie to
problem.
play with.
He
He
is.
can detect magnetic fields at such a huge range, he can even pinpoint Earth's magnetic rays while stranded on a planet in another galaxy. And guess what? He was able to use those rays to pull himself back to Earth in a single day.
His range is even more remarkable than that. Did you know that
I love
in
his suit
1820,
too. Like, you know, like his
Christian
color
discovered
is
that electric
insane.
currents, like those of electrons and protons and atoms, produce their own magnetic fields. Magneto can fine-tune his control to affect these very subatomic particles. Dummy here will illustrate such a particle, with positively charged protons and negative electrons.
My life is as meaningless as an atom is small.
So what you're saying is Magneto could, like, yank one of those out.
Correct, potentially changing an atom's entire chemical makeup. However, neutrons do not have a charge, and without the ability to adjust those to accommodate the change in atomic mass, the atom would become unstable and...
Finally!
A shame.
Do that. Magneto's violent protest against humankind clashed with Xavier's peaceful reconciliation, not unlike the ideologies taught by Malcolm X and Dr. King, by whom Stan
I love those
Lee and Jack
X-Men
Kirby were
movies though.
inspired.
Like I love the first
Magneto would
three.
spend most of his
Well,
career pushing Xavier away
5,
to prove his
yeah.
philosophies superior,
Dark Phoenix
which
was
meant doing battle with Xavier's
and
school of
Apocalypse.
thought,
It was like,
quite literally.
And Baldy's mind powers are no joke.
I didn't like
But thanks
those
to
two.
Magneto's psionic repelling helmet, Professor X couldn't touch him. Magneto survived Cyclops'
Oh, yeah, his
earth-splitting
helmet,
lasers,
yeah.
absorbed the power of the sun to battle Iron Man, ripped the adamantium skeleton out of Wolverine's body, and even taken on Hercules himself. You know, the Greek legend, Zero to Hero, the guy who held up the skies of Olympus for Atlas? That Hercules.
Seems sensible. Magneto once used the Earth's magnetic field to overwhelm the Phoenix Force, which can effortlessly
I don't think
destroy
he's powerful than
planets,
her though.
let
I
alone
don't think he's
far
powerful
more.
than Dark
Hell,
Phoenix.
if he really wanted to,
Nah.
Magneto could totally just fling the Earth off its axis.
It's entirely possible
Oh my
he
gosh,
may
we'll
have
all
eventually resorted to
fall,
just that.
right? We'll
Over
all fall
time, it
to
became clear
our
Magneto's
deaths,
war was
right?
doing far more
That
harm than
happens.
good for his fellow mutants. However well-intentioned he may have been at first.
Luckily, he later realized he was going a bit overboard and began reevaluating his perspective. Good for you, Mags. It's really tough to recognize when you're the baddie.
It took time and patience not just from Magneto, but also from his peers. Yet eventually, his path was completely changed. He even became a leader for
I love that
Xavier's
X-Men.
But don't let his
X-Men
new
Evolution,
goody
like that
two-shoes
show was
ways
lit.
fool ya. Whenever there's a threat to mutants, you can bet Magneto will be there to annihilate it. Forever. By any means necessary.
I love that version of Magneto too. Michael Fassbender.
This episode
Yeah.
of Death Battle is sponsored by
He's my favorite
HelloFresh.
Magneto.
With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep.
Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
HelloFresh now has 30 dinner recipes to choose from every single week. That's the most choices of any meal kit.
Foolproof step-by-step recipes mean a joyful cooking experience and a stress-free summer. Plus, HelloFresh cuts back on time spent in the kitchen with meals ready in around 30 minutes or less.
HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket.
HelloFresh has definitely saved me on more than one occasion. Mad scientists like myself don't always have the time to do all their own cooking from scratch.
Go to HelloFresh.com/DeathBattle16 and use code DeathBattle16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
That's HelloFresh.com/DeathBattle16 and use the code DeathBattle16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Okay.
Over 30 years ago, a new type of bomb was set off over Tokyo. And
Okay,
9
this is
hours
new to
later,
me.
began the Third World War.
Welcome to 2030, or 2019 if you're watching the anime.
2030.
The buildings are taller, the motorcycles are cooler, and
It's
the
not even far
future
from
is
here.
brighter.
Like it's not.
Oh, wait, not really. If you find yourself in the capsule gang,
It's literally
you'll
8
meet
years from now.
Jotaro Kaneda,
But
who's
isn't
like
he
your
crazy?
Facebook
Like
anime
2030.
fan.
Oh my
Gets
gosh.
the ladies, beats the baddies, and cops the sweetest rigs. Man, I need to get me one of those.
And then there's the little brother of the group, Kaneda's best friend, Tetsuo Shima. He's, well...
The exact opposite. A total wimp. As a kid, Tetsuo in his college thesis forehead got bullied for being the new kid at the orphanage. That's until Big Bro Kaneda came to the rescue.
Eventually, the two went to vocational school together and formed the Capsules. But Tetsuo was never satisfied with Kaneda being the leader of the pack.
He gotta have
Tetsuo
powers,
desired
right?
more than anything
Because if he
to be
doesn't,
top
he's not
dog.
winning.
Oh, I can just see that monkey's paw curling in my mind. Or that kid walking down the street. Shit! Tetsuo, watch out! You're gonna...
Oh my gosh.
That definitely should have killed him. But since it didn't, Tetsuo earned himself a ticket to military confinement. Turns out they had an under-the-table program for developing child superweapons.
In the same program that backfired and jump-started the war, Tetsuo became Japan's Esper number 41.
He may not have been a natural with bikes, baddies, or babes, but this telekinesis stuff hit different. He walked out of that hospital ward flying, reading minds, and blending people into strawberry jelly. Tetsuo got what he wanted. Power, along with the hunger for more of it.
A hunger that used to only be satiated with drugs. And not just any gateway drug, pills so potent that a single gram of the stuff could kill you.
So, pretty bad. Kinda reminds me of college days, huh? Snow wizard.
Tetsuo's main ability is his constantly increasing psionic energy, growing more and more powerful over time. This is due to Tetsuo's link to, quote, the memories of the universe, end quote. It's weird.
Either way, Tetsuo leveled up from lame gangbuster to certified badass. This guy is a walking natural disaster. His
he does look like a problem, but I'm still Team Magneto.
A dozen miles below the surface. He can summon psychic barriers for defense and crush foes with friggin' gravity wells. He can dart around as a literal bolt of lightning, or even teleport in an instant.
Tetsuo's telekinesis can be so precise he can target and obliterate specific parts of the body. He can heal severe wounds quickly, but even after losing a whole limb, he can craft a new one using whatever nearby materials he wants.
With these powers, Top Dog Canada didn't matter anymore. Who needed his approval? Tetsuo tasted that
that's different.
And he was hooked.
You're not gonna do, yeah, I like that. That is different.
AKIRA could deal him even
more power. You know, there's like a lot of like telekinesis out there, so that's
and
different.
This is where versions of the story differ.
Spoilers ahoy!
You may be familiar with the 1988 animation, where AKIRA has been dissected for research. However, in the original manga, AKIRA is not only alive, but even more powerful.
Once that little runt nuked Tokyo, Tetsuo would erect the Great Tokyo Empire with AKIRA and himself as its leaders. But he ended up just abusing the position for endless sex and inflating his ego.
With Kanada's rebellion at his front door, Tetsuo took a turn for the worse. He had to fight.
Tetsuo defeated other powerful espers, dodged light-speed lasers, and jumped to the moon faster than anyone could blink, and then punched a big old hole in it. And if you ask,
can destroy Earth 100 times over.
On Earth? You would be right because it
leap to the moon faster than sight.
Planet, I guess. Stupid moon.
Which brings us to Tetsuo's folly.
Okay, so he'll be the foe against Magneto. Okay.
Unfortunately for Kanada's rebellion, this did not make Tetsuo an easier enemy to confront.
I don't know, the Magneto is not easy to beat, so I don't know. You gotta nerf him in the X-Men movies, I mean, like, you know, if I'm being completely honest.
That's not totally disturbing at all.
I'm happy to say
that's disgusting.
The manga's version is even more disturbing.
I mean, I know babies can be monsters, but that's a whole nother level.
It is pain incarnate.
That's disgusting.
I can relate. Another Esper described Tetsuo's struggle as ego death, which has multiple definitions, but in this case is likely symbolic of the version attributed to drug use.
Yeah, it's described as a shedding of one's own identity, like how LSD can emulate a wild out-of-body experience, and you come back with a new perspective. Though this is maybe a
I love
little
those toys, you know, that have that, you know, that effect right there. Like, I love them. I used to have like a lot when I was a kid.
I wish I could shed out of my body, but in this case, Tetsuo
was it called like a kaleidoscope? I think it's something like that.
A mound of raw, ever-expanding energy,
which almost nuked Tokyo all over again. And those explosions are not normal. I would know.
Top scientists in both the manga and animated versions describe these explosions as births of a new universe.
Given its properties of nuclear fusion and proton collapse, Tetsuo's mutated form was likely creating a Big Bang.
You know, the thing that started our whole universe?
Right. In the manga, it instead ended the Espers and their abilities once and for all. A testament that humankind is unsuited to wield the powers of the divine.
Though the anime's even more trippy. Thanks to AKIRA and his buddies, Tetsuo got so high on ego death, he ascended time-space to become god of a new universe. Kinda worth it, right?
And yet, Kanada kept his empire up in his honor, now as the Great AKIRA Empire. Ironically, in death, Tetsuo finally received the attention he so desperately craved.
Okay.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Bespoke Post.
Take your summer adventures to the next level with Bespoke Post and their new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections.
Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month, like the Carnivore Box, which has this amazing American barbecue rub, perfect for a true carnivore like myself.
No matter what you have going on this season, Box of Awesome has you covered. From camping gear essentials to beach day and travel must-haves, Box of Awesome has everything you need for summer.
To get started,
This actually sounds cool. I gotta check this out.
Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. Each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a
I want like a
fraction of
box
that
that
price.
has like
With each Box of Awesome, you're
game
supporting small
related
businesses.
stuff in there, like
90%
game
of
related,
everything comes
Marvel,
from a Box of Awesome
DC,
from a small up-and-coming
horror,
brand.
you know,
Free to
like
sign
stuff
up
like
and
that.
You can skip a month or cancel anytime.
Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at
I think I saw one a
boxofawesome.com
while
and enter
ago,
the code
but
DeathBattle at checkout.
I forgot what it's called.
Boxofawesome.com, code
I think it has
DeathBattle
some
for
like
20%
with
off
like
your
the
first
word
box.
loot in it, I think.
Boxofawesome.com, code DeathBattle.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the
Okay.
data through all possibilities.
Still
It's time
Team
for
Magneto.
Death Battle!
Yeah, I still think Magneto could win. Yeah, yeah, let's hope, let's hope.
Even in Japan,
Okay, Pixel gets
failed to
again.
recognize
Pixel's again.
our superiority.
Wrong country, Grandpa! You're in AKIRA turf now! You're dead meat!
Yeah. I thought Magneto was controlling that.
Impudent child!
The hell are you calling child? I make the rules around here!
Come on, Magneto, make me look bad.
Wasting my time. Parlor tricks for the master of magnetism.
Hit the whole building, oh my gosh.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Your history, scumbag!
He taking that same building. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me he gon'
I believe I've had enough tantrums to last a lifetime.
I'm getting scared a little bit. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared I'm going to lose.
Listen, welcome, I'll handle it the way I'll...
No, put your helmet back on.
Help me.
He better not go out like this. He better not.
Poor child.
Oh my gosh, he said one finger. Oh?
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Oh. Okay. That ending was kind of sad though. Oh my gosh, when he said thank you.
I'm never doing that again.
Tetsuo's esoteric telekinesis and other bizarre abilities.
I don't know if
certainly
it's about
gave him
winning that,
pause,
'cause
but the
the
master of
ending was
magnetism had
sad.
Greater control over his foe.
The numbers don't lie. Tetsuo cratering the moon was insane, but Magneto punched Iron Man with the force of the sun. And while Tetsuo jumped all the way to the moon, Magneto could move across galaxies.
Against Tetsuo in his human form, Magneto obviously held
I was getting
full
scared for a
advantage in
second
power and
because
speed.
Magneto was getting
Stats are all
clapped.
that matters.
He
With
was.
precise telekinesis, Tetsuo could just target Magneto's
I thought he was gonna die right
organs. They
there.
did, right?
Yes, but Magneto had similar skills. There are very few substances on Earth that lack any metallic or magnetic components, and Magneto is very creative with his powers.
Which he can use to predict Tetsuo's teleportation and even shut down his telekinesis. And his scraps with Xavier prove he could handle Tetsuo's messing with his head. The biggest challenge for Magneto was when Tetsuo's gross mutated power came into play.
Especially given how the detonations from the
I thought he was gonna
storm
lose right
compared
there.
to that of a Big Bang.
Too,
Although the
yeah.
authenticity of that observation
And a part
is
when
questionable. In truth,
he
the
made-
Big Bang was a sudden expansion
Yeah,
of
that.
matter on a universal scale, whereas Tetsuo's explosions are more akin to nuclear blasts. Clearly intentional, given the post-war symbolism of the AKIRA story.
That's actually cool though.
The
Like how it
whole
looks.
creating an
That's
alternate
kind of cool.
universe bit wasn't even part of the original material, so we can't exactly call it canon.
But let's just say the comparison wasn't superfluous. Let's say Tetsuo did in fact cause a Big Bang capable of creating or destroying an entire universe, alternate or otherwise.
Turns out Magneto had the tools to stop that too. Helmet Head could overpower Hercules, who was strong enough to hold up the skies of Olympus, which is literally heaven and an alternate universe.
This doesn't necessarily mean Magneto could easily destroy a universe with a snap of his fingers, but it does prove he can match a similar level of power. And context is everything. Tetsuo's Big Bang eruption specifically exhibited proton collapse, meaning its atomic structure was primarily an unstable mess of neutrons and electrons. And Magneto has detected and commanded unstable electrons before. This means
Man, I'm
Magneto
kind-
had every
it's like,
means
I'm
available
happy
to take
I won,
control over this Big
but
Bang.
that ended with me.
And I
It
thought
made
he
me
could just
sad.
move some metal
It
around.
did.
It's like the question posed by
I gotta
some
check.
of the
I gotta
greatest
check out
prophets of our
the
time.
show though now. That show,
Fucking
cause
magnets. How
this
do they even
character-
work?
Magneto's
Actually kinda
astonishing power
cool.
and intelligent control over all things magnetism triumphs.
and it's like his suit
Tetsuo
cool
pushed
too,
his
you know,
luck,
with the
but
cape.
didn't have the metal to pull off the win.
The winner is Magneto.
Yay!
Thank you for watching this episode. If you'd
Okay,
like
what's
to
the next
directly
one?
support the whole Death Battle team, click that join button and consider becoming a member. We'd really appreciate it. Hope you like the next one.
Let's see. Hercules versus Sun. Okay. Alright guys, I just got done watching it. So Magneto won. That's good for me because my win-lose, ratio was not looking. It was not looking good. It wasn't. It was not. So yeah, glad I got this win. It's probably even. It's probably tied right now for win to lose for me. I gotta check, but yeah, I'm actually. I don't know. It's like the end was sad. It was like it's like when he lost and he said thank you. Cause like I don't know anything about the character of the show, so besides pretty much like the size besides from what I saw from this video, but. It was kind of like, why was he saying thank you? Like, what was the character in pain? Maybe the character don't like his powers or something. Like, it's kind of like I don't know. Like I'm like an outsider looking in. So, yeah, it's like that scene alone just made me like, I don't know. Like, maybe want to watch the show now. It did. But yeah, we won. Can't wait to do more of these. And this was a good battle. I knew Magneto was gonna win, even though I didn't know the other character. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name, cause I feel I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm just gonna say AKIRA. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, I kind of knew I was gonna win. So yeah, I just had a feeling. That Magneto's a problem. He is. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you guys have anything to, for me to. Like recommendation of any video of any kind that's on YouTube, just leave a comment and I'll try to check it out. But yeah, that's about it. Peace.